let's go. Nick Trigg. I knew Nick loosely when he was at Goals years ago. We had a few conversations. Our friendship basically came and happened since he became a diet guru. We talk, we's fine. Nick is a hothead. But Nick, I will say this. I've never known him to fuck somebody over that didn't fuck him over first repeatedly, and they deserved it. That's what I'm saying. So people say, oh, don't fuck with Nick. Nick ain't never done shit to me but be real and 100% with me. So I'm not going. I don't disown people just because you motherfuckers tell me don't be around him. So Nick is fine with me. He's continually fine with me. He texts me, hey, how you doing? Everything good? Hey, you haven't been posting. Are you everything good? Blah, blah, blah. How's business? Everything great. He don't hate on nobody. He don't fuck with anybody. And to me, that's my boy. So fuck you motherfuckers that tell me don't fuck with him. I don't know relationship between you and him. Me and him, we're good. So now, let's go all the way back. A quick story of how I came. Now, I came from a gym in the hood called Black Diamond. Before that, I worked in construction. I worked out like all you guys did and had these dreams of competing and being super big and whatever, this and that. Where at this gym, Black Diamond, I was one of the strongest guys in that gym, okay? But it was like hood working out. It was like basically throwing weight around, and that kind of stuff. But there was about 15 guys at that gym that could bench over 500 pounds, 550, like high amounts of weight. And a lot of those guys came straight from prison. So I would see Chris Cormier at the bodybuilding shows. I see him at the beach. I see him just here and around. I see him in there. Now, I read about him in the magazine, and that's how, because what you do, you attach yourself to a bodybuilder that you think like, okay, he's from the same neighborhood as me, or he's Jewish, or he's Christian, or he's like that. Chris Cormier, our birthdays are months apart. So I met Chris Cormier at a gym opening. It was called West Coast Fitness. I met him there, and then we exchanged numbers. We would talk here and there, talk about bodybuilding, talk about movies, talk about all kinds of stuff, talk here and there. He lived in Orange County, and he had a condo. He was selling this condo, and he was moving back to this area, the Inglewood, Venice area. He asked me if I had a truck and if I could help him move. Yeah, I was in construction before. I had a truck. I helped him move. And this kind of guy he is. I had all his Olympia trophies in this, all his top winning stuff, his furniture. He went to go move. Something happened with the storage or whatever. He said, hey man, could you take this stuff home and keep it for me until I get this situated? And I was like, wow, this guy just gave me all his valuables. That's the kind of guy he is. Like he's a very trusting guy. In fact, a lot of times he was too trusting. And took his stuff, kept for a couple of days, moved, and he said, hey, as a favor to you, I'm going to take you into the gym, like for a workout. So, went into the gym. He was surprised that I was that strong. And we started working out, and we started developing a friendship. We started hanging out. He took me to my first strip club. We instantly ended up moving in together. He taught me, just the fundamentals of bodybuilding. He taught me about the splits and about other stuff, protocols, and all that came from Chris Cormier. That was the first person. Now, I didn't mention that because we had a beef a few years ago. We got into a big argument, so I don't talk about Chris as much. And what I found out, other pros that I'm not mentioning that you guys know I train with, they don't like when I mention their name. They think I'm making money off their fucking name. Let's just be real about it. They think I'm getting money off of their name. So I don't mention those guys that you fucking know I worked with or I was a part of their program or training partners. Now, Chris Cormier, I never trained Chris Cormier. We were training partners. We were roommates. We a bunch of shows that I was his full-time training partner. I never missed a workout, blah, blah, blah. Now, I wasn't special. Chris Cormier did that to about 100 people that when I was around him. He was always finding somebody just getting into the sport and cultivating them and teaching the right way.